Clyde were pretty looking people.
Yes, you will meet the infamous Bonnie and Clyde, two dogs who are smart, playful, and fun. Another pair is Roscoe and Mellow. They are shy, vocal, and loving. Fifi is laid back, happy, confident. Ashley talks about the ACAPL's new superpowers, plus how cats get more sweet, and a trip down Dog Alley. All on Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
Look at these two. These two. Hi.
It's too bad they aren't friendlier.
Oh yeah, no. They're just so scary and rude. Who's that?
So what's called Clyde's got a ball?
So Bonnie and Clyde are two very special pups here at the APL. They are about, I believe, 8 to 9 months old. It was very hard to age them when they first got here because they were severely emaciated. Like, I'm talking skin and bones. We weren't really sure what the outcome for them was going to be, so they were part of a humane case that we had to do, you know, pretty much immediate rescue. They got medical attention right away, and then they've been in a foster home for quite a few weeks now. Multiple rounds of blood work, trying to figure out, you know, make sure they're completely healthy after everything that they had been through. I know as of right now, they're looking great, acting great. They did have some certain blood levels that were off, not what were ideal for a puppy their age. So they've been on a special kidney diet. We have a huge bag of it that we would then, you know, give to adopters. They've been on that and puppy food, like combined, with a little bit of wet food to make sure they eat. But their foster mom has absolutely adored these two. And she typically was one that would foster like calmer, older dogs for us, maybe a heartworm positive dog that needed to rest. So taking on two puppies, even though they were very skinny and were going to need a lot of rest to recover, was definitely new for her, and she did amazing and has worked with them. You'll see in the clips that they already do know how to sit. They might be a little stubborn about it, and she said they're doing really well with housebreaking. They just need like a little bit more work and consistent schedule, but she said that otherwise, you know, accidents are very minimal, which, because they are still puppies, is perfectly understandable. They are amazing. I know that she and the whole staff here would love for them to get adopted together. They love each other. They do well together. They are more confident together, but they are not considered a bonded pair and can be adopted separately. And I do think having other dogs in the home would help them come out of their shell even more. So I know that they need just one more round of blood work to ensure that everything is looking good. And then they're actually going to be ready to be fixed here very shortly. So we are definitely hoping some people will come to the shelter, meet them, play with them, volunteers even. We'd love for you to come work with them, make sure they're loving everybody. And I think they're going to be amazing dogs.
Well, I hope they get adopted together.
That'd be great. What? You didn't get the ball.
They forgot.
Yeah.
Short attention span.
Still learning. Yes. Sit. Yes. Yes, good girl. Such good puppies. So smart. so cute. Are you kidding me?
Oh, now the tails are going. I was going to say they weren't synchronized, but now they are.
Hi, baby. Sit, little girl. Sit. Yes, you're supposed to sit next to your brother. Sit. Sit. You know it. You know it. You're just being right. Look at you, such a good girl. What do you got? Sit. Sit. So Mello and Roscoe here are two gorgeous lab-looking dogs that we've had here for a little bit now. It took them a little time to come out of their shell. They were very scared when they first got here, and they make a lot of noise. So if you do a walkthrough, their bark is a little bit over the top, but otherwise they're pretty good dogs, honestly. Once they learn to trust you and learn that they like you, they can be a little bit all over you. I know lab lovers are kind of into that thing, so I'm hoping that will not prevent them from getting home at all. They're very sweet boys. They were running around together as strays. I really thought that someone would come get them, because usually when pairs come in, it's like, okay, they probably ran from the same home, that kind of thing, but no one came for them, so they're ours. They are fixed. They are up to date on all our vaccines. They are 100% ready to go. Again, we would love, love, love for the two of them to go to the same home. Even more so than Bonnie and Clyde, who are puppies. These two as adults are very bonded. They really love each other and are much more confident when they're together. Bob here can attest to that. I brought Roscoe out first and he was just very scared, didn't want to go say hi to Bob at all. He just curled up in the corner and waited till I got back out with Mello, who's his best friend. And all of a sudden they were all over Bob, and they were both perfectly fine meeting new people. They also tend to tolerate other dogs a lot better when they're together versus when they're separate. So if your home is big enough and you are looking, these two would make an awesome pair. They're both very young, probably under 2, or maybe one's a little older, one's a little younger. If I had to guess, Mello might be a little bit older. I think that they would just be a great pair that's gonna last you quite a while. They'll be great adventure buddies. They're fit, they're athletic. So I really hope they can go in the same home together. If not, they will be okay separately. They just might take a little longer to adjust. Sit. Don't choke on it. Sit. I know you know how to sit. Sit. Yes! This is for him. It's for him. He did
You
what
want
I
your
asked.
friend to have his fair share too, don't you?
I know, he stole that one, didn't he? Up. Oh, dancey dance, dancey dance. Good boy.
Well, hi there,
Lay down.
Yellow.
No. You shake. Did you fall? Nothing. You know, sit and stand up, huh? That's okay. This one. Where's his head? And yesterday he was bringing it back. Give me the ball. Get the ball. Yeah, bring it back. Bring it back. Pat it. Who pats it? It's okay, it's just me.
Oh, there's like a little ladder there now or something to get into the water?
It's a ramp. They don't like it because when they step on it, it moves.
Oh.
So we need something to weigh it down. But every once in a while, though, a couple of them will. Come here, what's this? Come here. Hi. And I don't even remember. I feel like they were strays that were brought in from like they were just running together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was here today. Hi, happy girl. So Fifi here is on the older side. She's one of our senior dogs here at the shelter. We don't know an exact age on her. She is not fixed yet. So once she gets fixed, I think we'll have a better idea of how old she is. But if I had to guess, I would say 7 or above. She's definitely got a bit of white fur on her muzzle and her teeth are a little bit yellow. Not much tartar buildup, but yellow. She's a very sweet girl, very loving. She loves to run around. Jeez. They really had to let us know that they were here.
Yeah.
Okay. She loves to run around outside. She still loves to go for walks. She doesn't pull on the leash nearly as hard as most of the dogs here do, but she definitely still has the energy to go for a walk. She just won't really tug on you. She is a little bit underweight and a little bit malnourished. I'm not sure if you can tell in the videos, but like her paw has a funny angle to it, which the vet is thinking is just due to malnutrition. So we have her on a high protein, high calorie diet right now. We're hoping that between that and some supplements, over time, all that will correct itself. Either way, you'll want to watch for some hip and joint issues in the future, but I think she's still got plenty of energy. You'd never know that she's not in any pain or anything like that. But overall, I think she will be a great dog and fit into almost any home. She does not seem bothered by kids or dogs or other animals. She's very just happy-go-lucky, go with the flow. So whether you're an older couple just looking for someone to lounge around the house with and maybe go for some walks, or if you're younger, got a big family and want to add to your pack, she could be a good addition to that too. Fifi. Come here, what's it? Can you sit? Sit. Out the way. Yeah. How about this? Good girl. What? Pick it up.
Yeah. Bless you.
You're a good girl. Don't eat grass.
Welcome to Ask Ashley. And I wanted to talk to you about something that you've kind of alluded to a few times. It's the new superpowers you have here at the Animal Protective League. And specifically what I'm talking about was there's a rather tragic incident recently where some sheriff's deputies went to a house actually investigating a murder, and they found some dead and very bad shaped animals. Now you guys can do more now, take action better than you could at another time. So can you tell about how that's happened?
Absolutely. So the Ashtabula Humane Society used to be a whole separate organization. I'm not 100% sure how they ran things, but I'm pretty sure that they would take calls. You just have to leave a message. There was no online form or anything. You could call and leave a message if you had information. And then if I recall correctly, they would just send out the dog warden to take a look at stuff, which was not the current dog warden that we have right now. So she would go check it out, and basically it was up to her at that moment to deem whether the animal was safe or not, or what was going on.
But you couldn't talk to a person.
There was no real person to talk to. They never actually answered the phone themselves. And on top of that, we as shelter employees and our director had no control over who was being brought to the shelter, who wasn't, what was going on, because it was a whole separate organization. So when that was closed, which was decided by someone even higher up in the county government, we took control of that. So the current dog warden is a trained humane officer, which makes them an officer of the law, as well as my director, Mary Glauser, is a humane agent. So now when there are humane issues, you can call the shelter like we talked about. You can also fill out that form online. There are lots of more avenues for direct connections to talk to a human being about the concerns you have. And usually they make a list, start to end in the order that they get these humane calls in. And they go and check them out much quicker. And between the two of them, they can make better decisions for the animals based on the space we have available here, what kind of care we can provide them. If they need emergency attention, we have the van for transport. So it's just a much better system right now. I know it was very nerve-wracking for everyone here to think about taking on. And I will say that our kitties specifically, it has been a little bit crazy. We've had more influx of cats due to humane cases. They multiply like bunnies, so it makes sense. That's why our kitten season feels extra long this year. We're still saying we're in it, even though technically it should be over by now.
All right.
So definitely a lot more animals have come in, but I think we've given them better care because we can prepare better. So for example, this week we had that incident. It was my boss and another one of my coworkers were there.
So the sheriff's deputies called them up and...
Correct. So they were, investigating something else. They got there, saw the animals in such poor condition, immediately I'm sure they called David first, the dog warden. He called us. We sent out a few people. And it was nice because the employees here at the shelter were in contact with them the entire time. So they could text us and tell us how many kennel spaces did we need, what were they bringing back, what are the sizes. And it was a very crazy, but it went very smooth kind of day. We had 5 adult dogs and 5 puppies that were taken into our custody, and we had their vaccines and other intake stuff all lined up and prepped back in our surgery suite, and we just did one animal at a time.
So you assume they have no vaccines or anything?
Yes, that is true.
Which is probably a good assumption in this case.
That's our routine for every single animal that comes through our doors. If we don't have a vet record from them, we assume they have nothing, and we start from the beginning. And that's what we did for all these animals. They were in horrible shape, covered in their own excretions, so skinny. So we're working them all back to health, and I'm very happy with the way things are going. As an employee, I can say that it's been a big responsibility. We do not take any of these cases lightly. We take every complaint seriously. Everyone gets checked out, and I think our agents right now are doing an amazing job.
To clarify, you said there is a form. So is that at acapl.org?
Yep, it's under the Community Help and Resources.
Okay.
And you'll just go to Report Humane Violation, give us all the information that you can about the situation, and we'll do our best to check it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So we just kind of wanted to showcase a cat using our catio. We've got a few volunteers that have really gotten into using it. The biggest thing is just making sure that we pick kitties that we know are gonna definitely come right back to us when it's time to go inside. This is Miss Sandy. She is not available for adoption yet because she still needs to be fixed, but she came to us about a week ago and she has been a very, very sweet kitty. So we thought she'd enjoy some time outside to stretch her legs and play. We've got all kinds of the fake plants and natural scents and cool textures and carpet on all the surfaces and nice good paint. Yeah, the kitties definitely love it. So I'm super happy to see her out here and enjoying it. So this is Pluto and Ozzy. Ozzy is a male, Pluto's a female. I believe this one.
And which one is that, Ozzy?
This is the female, so this is Pluto.
Okay.
She does have a home already, but I just wanted to show her off because she's literally one of the cutest and tiniest kittens ever.
Oh!
But the two of them became buddies, and so they've kind of been in a foster home together. They're playing together right now. They just got fixed yesterday. I like Ozzy here. You can see the tabby like underneath his black coat. They're both very crazy, but very sweet kitties, and I just wanted to highlight that it is still kitten season here at the ACAPL. We have kittens coming out of our ears, okay? And they're all so cute. So we need everybody, if you've ever been interested in adopting a kitten, to come get one right now because they are so freaking cute and they're all so sweet and so loving. Even the ones that come in from like crazy situations. We have a group that was dumped in a dumpster. Excuse you. Whoop. We have a group that was dumped in a dumpster, and they were hissy and scared and just didn't know what to do with themselves when they first got rescued. And they just came back from foster recently, and they are the sweetest things. Love everybody, super playful. So their foster mom did an awesome job socializing them. So if you're interested in a kitten, please come get them. We have a lot.
And kind of an observation, but I come here and 2 weeks later it is totally different. You can have tons of cats, and then we got two. So in a couple of weeks it may be totally different. So if you're interested,
if you come 1 week and you're not quite seeing one that bonds with you or that you think you're interested in, come back the next week on your day off work. You know, we're here all day, every day. Monday through Saturday. We're here on Sunday, but we're close to the public. But otherwise, come see them. Her fur is so soft. Like really soft, you guys. I wish you could reach through the camera and feel this right now because that has to be the softest coat I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
I mean, I just felt those kittens and she's softer than those kittens. So, Miss Cole Cannon here is one of our awesome mommy cats. And let me tell you, before working here, I thought male cats were the better of the two. But since then, I have learned that female cats that have been moms, that have had litters of kittens, can be some of the sweetest ever. I feel like once those motherly instincts kick in, even once they're fixed and all that, they are still amazing. Her litter of kittens is absolutely adorable. Hopefully I will get to feature them in this video series soon. They're still in foster right now. They're just a little bit too small to be fixed. And additionally, we just have so many cats right now that need fixed. We're trying to work through our list, you know. We don't really quite have the kennel space for any more kittens right now. But she will be available very soon. She also still needs fixed. But she's in here in the living room so people can start meeting her because she's just such a sweetheart and she has the softest coat you've ever felt. So come in, visit her, feel her super soft coat, and fall in love with her and take her home. She seems to like other kitties, so that shouldn't be a problem if you've got others in your home already, but I just love her.
dog, and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog.